Vince Friese won a race. He won a race. One race. But what was interesting about this was when he beat them, he did this. He looked back at him.
Bruh.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trackside. It's your boy Cinema J, and I'm back, baby. Let's go. Supercross season is around the corner, 2025 season to be exact. I'm super excited. Are you super excited? If so, consider subscribing because I'm covering the whole of everything next year. I plan on, at least, God willing. And yeah, just join the team, man. Trackside, because I mean, anytime we go to a race, what are we? Trackside by default. So let's go. I'm getting right into it today, so stick around for the whole video. It's gonna be fun, funny, and very entertaining. All right, so first thing, World Supercross recap. I'm late again, but your boy is always late. You know, CPT. If you don't know what it means, color people time, all right? Anyways, World Supercross. Fans loved it. Fans loved it. That's the first thing I want to talk about. The fans. I was like, okay, Canada, they ain't too far from us. They right there. So they you know, they cool with Supercross. They understand how this works. You know, second race, Australia. All right, we already know Australians. You know, we know how the Australians get down. All right, we know. I remember one old video we said Grant Langston, Australia. Oh my goodness, the amount of roasts. We were like a pot roast after that. My boy from South Africa. Hey, Chad Reed, Lawrence Brothers, Australia. Hey, they got titles. Australia got titles in the US of A. So look, fans there were great. All right, love that. And then Abu Dhabi. All right, look, Abu Dhabi. All right, when they say Abu Dhabi, I'm thinking like Tomac, Abu Dhabi. Country boy, you know, desert, you know, cows, camels, you know, that's what I'm thinking, you know. So I'm like, do people watch this sport from over there? So I was, you know, just curious to see the fan base, you know, and how the fans will react. And it was a cool venue. The vibes out there were like, it was Abu Dhabi vibes, you know what I'm saying? So I had this thought. People over there, they either drive cars or they drive camels. But look, I can't talk, all right? I'm from the hood, okay? Look, in the hood, we drive things for the wrong reasons, all right? We drive cars with wheels that should not go on them.
Bruh.
All right, we ride dirt bikes on the street and we ride street bikes in the dirt. It just don't make sense. So I'm not one to talk here or pass judgment. I'm just making that very clear. But hey, I think they loved it, you know, to see them come out there. Some folks, you know, a bunch of guys coming out here riding different stuff. I think as a fan, I would think that's interesting. There's some new things that go on over in our neck of the woods, and I'm like, okay, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I like this. So, look, Tomac won. Cool. All right. Who didn't expect him to win? Please put it in the comments. I want to see who did not expect Tomac to win. Who thought Ken Roczen was going to beat Tomac? Now, I'm not asking whether or not you're a Ken Roczen fan. I'm a Ken Roczen fan. I'm a fan of all of these guys. But did you really think Ken Roczen was going to beat Tomac? He hasn't shown me enough for me to have that kind of confidence in him. So, as Savachi, rode great, looked great, was awesome. But, come on, man, it's Tomac, yo. Come on, put some respect on that man's name, yo. So, Tomac did what he needed to do, but not the highlight of the night for me. Also, this clip right here was kind of tough.
Anybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win?
I guess we'll never know.
Shout out World Supercross. That was hard. I like their content. I like the vibe surrounding their content creation. Like, you know, Super Motocross and NBC and Peacock, it's like super commercial. Whereas like World Supercross had its own, like, it's its own vibe. And I really like that because it felt like I was watching a sport that I love, but at the same time, it was like new. It was refreshing, will be the word I'm looking for. So you know, that, and then like content like that, them doing stuff like that with Tomac, that was dope, man. That was cool. So we had somebody beat Tomac and Ken Roczen that I never would have imagined would beat them, and he beat them, and it deserves a mention. I wouldn't say an honorable mention, but it deserves a mention. Vince Friese won a race. He won a race, one race. But what was interesting about this was when he beat them, he did this. He looked back at him. Bro, you lost. Really. I mean, I don't know. Vince Friese looked back at it. Arena Cross, I think is pretty cool, and Cal Peters is from North Carolina. Yo, Issy, let's go. We just be like dominating. I'm biased, clearly. Cal Peters, I don't know what's going on this year. There's a guy that won that race, and I think he won the overall in the first Arena Cross. What is going on? Now look, don't get me wrong. Vince Friese can ride, but like, you let a guy like this start winning, he gonna start doing stuff like looking back at it. He looked back down on Ken Roczen and Tomac. He probably thought in his mind he was gonna win the next two races, and absolutely was nowhere to be found. That's enough of him. Moving on to the next segment. Team Kawasaki. All right. At first, I started off, I was just gonna talk about Prado, and then I was like, oh, I want to talk about Jason Anderson. And then I was like, I might as well talk about Team Kawasaki, because I want to talk about Kitchen too. If we're gonna talk about Deegan, we need to talk about Kitchen. We're gonna talk about, well, Deegan's been on the 250 ride I really talked about. So, anyways, Team Kawasaki. We're gonna start off with the 450s. Prado, Jason Anderson, that's all we got. All right, I saw AC out there throwing a scrub or hitting that triple, you know, a part of the photo shoot, and I was like, Raggy? What is this? But evidently he's just, you know, brand ambassador type of deal, you know what I'm saying? So my boy said he rolled that triple a few times. I don't blame him, you know, it's just, man, when you in it, you know what you're risking. That's what we say all the time, and this is gonna lead me into Prado. Man, you gotta be in a different headspace to race Supercross. These guys have so much against them, and they get through it, yo. Like, it takes special people to go out there and do what they're doing. So, man, my hat is always off to all of these guys. But like, Prado hit his head. That's all. Prado hit his head. They say he's good. He says he's good, and I think he mentioned hitting his arm. But physically, okay, cool. Like, Cooper Webb is good physically now, like we learned. But mentally, like, but this is what I wanted to say. You know, I wrote it down. Okay, guys, I'm getting better. I'm taking notes. but I don't know what this does for the other thing that's in his head. His thoughts, his confidence, the level of fear that you're willing to put aside. Like, man, when you fall, when you crash, things enter the mind. All right, and this is gonna be his first time, so I just wonder, is he still there mentally? And one would imagine, being the champion that he is overseas, that he should be able to bounce back from this. But I digress. Is he really? Okay. But we'll see. A1. I think he's gonna be good because he's got nothing to lose. He's got everything to gain. And my guy won a heat race last year, so I'm super excited to see what he brings to the sport. I think this is great. This is only good news. So the real question is this going to slow him down a little bit? This little crash right before, I know he's about to get back on the bike, or is he going to bounce back like the champ that he is? And because, you know, in my opinion, my guy got to go fast. Like, he got to go faster than faster out here. He got to race Jet, Tomac. He's got a huge task, a tall order ahead of him. So what do you guys think? What do you guys have Prado? Jason Anderson, look, here's my thing with Jason Anderson. I went out on a limb and put really high I had really high expectations for him. I even went so far as to say I believe he could have won the title, Supercross title last year. And my guy was fried. He was fried. I ain't talking team fried. I'm talking about maybe he was baby fried. I don't know, man. I was just not seeing him out there. Like 2023, my guy was the fastest guy out there. He was so fast. So, 2024, you only as good as your last racing. I'm thinking my guy is about to eat everybody, so that didn't happen. He was fried. So, Team Fried, where you at, baby? 2025, I do not have you on my radar, Jason Anderson. I'm sorry, but my guy's looking good. He's looking how he's looking, right? Look, where do you guys have Jason Anderson? I believe he's gonna be he can be a top 5 guy. Do I see Jason Anderson winning a race next year? That is super hard to say now. Like going from 23 to 24, that was easy to say. Like, yeah, we're gonna see him win some races. I was like, oh no, this guy's about to come out here and like really dominate. But 2024, just like he was so good, and I was like, it's gonna be Anderson and Jet with a little Tomac in there because he's coming back. But like Anderson was just a shadow of himself. So I don't know what happened to him. What do you guys think? I think he had that baby and things changed a lot, because when my wife had our kids, things changed a lot. So anyways, I'm super excited to see what he's going to do, see what he's going to bring. But Team Fry, I love it. I just don't see him winning a race. Top 5 guy though. Here's an interesting topic. Who's going to have better results, Prado or Anderson? I'm going to be looking out for that because he can learn a lot from Anderson. This is good. And then I'm just like kind of imagining right now Prado being ahead of Anderson, like if Prado's first and Anderson second, and him just like absolutely like just capping Prado and just like straight up taking my guy out to get first place. All right, next. 250s. Long list here. I had to screenshot this one, man. The number switches be killing me, yo. All right. Ty Masterpool, number 26. Garrett Marchbanks, number 36. Levi Kitchen, number 47. Cameron McAdoo, rocking in number 50. Seth Hammaker, rocking in number 56. I ain't got my glasses on. I just realized that. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. Oh my goodness, my birthday is this week. I'm getting older. And number 98, Drew Adams. So, all right, this PC team is interesting. This PC team is going against, it's PC versus Star out there for me, man. Buddy Rowe, that is it for me. PC versus Star, I'm always looking like one of these guys is winning. So anybody else wins outside of that, that's super cool. RJ Hampshire, where you at? Ty Masterpool, my favorites, first off on this team. Ty Masterpool, he's a man of God, Lord Jesus Christ believer. Let's just say Jesus, because there's people out here getting confused out here, all right? And I think God is working in his life. No, I know it. My guy won that race, gave thanks to the Lord. That was awesome. We need to see more of that. All right, and then Levi Kitchen. How can you not like Levi Kitchen? I think he has the greatest chance of winning his first title come 2025 in Supercross. I don't know if he's racing Deegan though. I don't know. That changes everything. But hey, look at what he's doing to defeat Deegan. Okay, he's golfing, and he's training like he's about to go to the U.S. Army. Okay, he looks like a jarhead out there. All right, and I love that. I think this is what he needs to do in order to beat Deegan, and he's doing it. So I cannot wait to see the results from Levi Kitchen. I cannot wait to see the results from Ty Masterpool. I look to see a lot of progression from him. Ty Masterpool to me is just that kid who's just naturally got it, man. And then he puts the hard work behind it and faith and prayers. The fruits are fruiting, okay? My guy has got a full ride. I remember when he raced that 450 season, 2023, and we went to the Charlotte race, SMX, and I was like, this guy's out here, like, he's got appendicitis. I think it was appendicitis. And I'm like, yo, he's still racing. He's still top 10. Like, he's up here with the factory guys. Who is this guy? I didn't know him before that. So, I did some digging. I was just like, wow, what an amazing story. So, Ty Masterpool, that guy's special. Levi Kitchen, he's got what it takes, I believe, to be a champion, 250 Supercross. I don't know what coast, but we're going to find out. But just wanted to get past all those guys. I mean, the other guys are good. Seth Hammaker, Cameron McAdoo, they gonna do what they do. They gonna be there all season until they send it a little too hard and they get hurt. So they like baby Austin Fortner's the way they get hurt. They just make it a little farther and then they get hurt. And then Drew Adams, y'all. Drew Adams, put some respect on this kid's name. We all talk about Deegan and all these other guys, but Drew Adams, yo, Adams is coming. Why is nobody talking about this kid? Like, yeah, people are talking about him, but this kid is special. He's giving me RV vibes. Am I the only one? I mean, yeah, because of the carrot top, but just like, you see this like kid come in, you know, like, who is this kid? Look at this guy. He doesn't look like he rides dirt bikes, and he goes out there and he puts it down. Like, he's got speed, he's got technique, he's got grit. Like, to me, he's got it all right? And he's coming, all right? I remember I watched him at one of the races 2023, and I was just like, man, this Drew Adams kid looks well put together. So he's on a great team, and man, he's coming. Like, he's not out the oven yet, but my boy baking, okay? He baking, and then he with kitchen. He's in the kitchen, all right? He's got a lot to come up for. He's rising, all right? He's rising in the oven with kitchen, all right? But when he come out the oven, oh man, I almost got high expectations this year. This is gonna be a great building year for him, but man, we need to talk about him more. 2026, look out, he's coming. So excited to see what he does at Supercross. I believe he's a lot better in motocross. Naturally, that's just the case. Kids race so much motocross, but Supercross, I mean, he had that #1 plate this year. I don't know what happened though, last few races. But look, I'm super excited to see what he does. I think when we look at these younger kids coming up, man, this is the future. This is what we're gonna be watching in the next 5 to 10 years in the 450 class, yo. So that's just super exciting for me. So what do you guys think about Drew Adams? Why do you think no one is talking about him? I think a lot of these young 250 riders are just getting overshadowed by the Hayden Deegan train. Look, I love Deegan as much as anybody else, but man, when somebody's good, they're good, and we got to do a better job of talking about them. So anyways, if you guys made it this far, let's just wrap up here. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and yeah, catch y'all in the next one. Peace.